Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to Oma Matters. Hit the like button if you haven't. Nas, assalamu alaikum, brother. How you doing? I'll send you the link in the back chat, inshallah, in a minute. Let me just assalamu alaikum. Begin on why this topic. And for those people that know, sorry to ruin your day. It was not my intention to ruin your day or your night or anything like that. Feel me, right? Anyways, the topic today is Muslim dating apps or websites. Halal or not. Now, so I think there was a joke with you, brother. So let me know when I enter back in, okay? Inshallah. Um, so the question is Muslim dating apps halal or haram? Or what do yeah, bro. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not worried about it, bro. That's why I'm doing my own thing, bro. That's why I'm going live while they're talking in the back chat. Um, it's all good, man. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? So what I was saying was that you know, as you know that I changed the channel's name to Uma Matters. I'm trying to get more back to the daily basic topics that we normally discuss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure, bro. I definitely understand what you mean. I can relate to you, bro. You know that. But so let's go to this topic, right? So the reason why I chose this topic is because I've seen a lot of brothers and I see sisters using Minder, MUZMATCH, Muslimah.com, very popular. There's so many Muslim websites out there now. That deal with nikah and marriage. But are these halal or haram? That's the question, right? Because the world has changed where social media is very big now and it's accessible to everyone. And of course, the society has changed as well, where it's not a traditional society where you would do arranged marriages or a masjid or a family member would find a wife. So let's begin. Let's begin and seeing if this is halal or haram. The people that are watching, there's only three of you. What do you guys say? Is it halal or haram? What is your answer? Is Muslim matrimony websites and apps are they halal or haram? Type of one for halal, type of two for haram. Or type three that you don't know. All right, sorry about that. Talk to a brother. Okay, you got told it was halal. Oh wow. Okay, Nas, what is up with that, bro? You got told it was halal. So let me read this to you guys. I know you guys don't like me reading, but I'm gonna read this to you guys, right? So let me read this to you guys. So firstly, if the matrimonial websites on the internet are controlled by Islamic guidelines, then there's nothing wrong with going to them and making use of them. These guidelines include the following. So these are the following guidelines. You also Nas man and relax, bro. Don't let anything get to you. If you want to come on the panel, message me in the back and I'll send you the link so you can talk. Relax. Um, have some virtual chai, or coffee, so that. But so the guidelines include the following, guys. Number one, they should not show pictures of the women because looking at the women to whom one is proposing is only allowed for the suitor once he has resolved to marry her. It is not permissible for anyone else to look at her, and it is not permissible to enable anyone to do that. Number two, the website should not give detailed descriptions of the woman so that it is as if one can see her. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, no woman should describe another woman. No woman should describe another woman to her husband so that it is as if he is looking at her. Narrated by Al-Bukhari, 5240. Number three, we should not allow any correspondence between the two sexes because of the evils that result from that, including the participation of mischief makers, both male and female, whose intention is to do evil or have fun. Rather, the administrator of the site should first check on the identity of the suitor, then put him in touch with the guardian, the wali of the woman. Secondly, you should seek the help of your family and friends and those who are in charge of Islamic centers and looking for a righteous wife in your homeland or in the place where you are staying. This is easy place to be to Allah, as it's safer and better than doing the via the internet. Thirdly, in order for the marriage to be valid, it is essential to have a consent of the woman's guardian, wali, because the Prophet ﷺ said, there's no marriage except with a wali. Narrated by Abu Dawood, 2084, Al-Tirmidhi, 1101, and Ibn Majah, 1881, from the hadith of Abu Musa al-Ashari, passed as Sahih al-Albani in Sahih al-Tirmidhi. And he ﷺ said, there's no marriage except with a wali and two witnesses of good character, narrated by Al-Bayhaqi from Imran and Aisha, class as Sahih al-Albani in Sahih al-Jami number 7557. And he said, any woman who gets married without the permission of her guardian, her marriage is invalid. Her marriage is invalid, her marriage is invalid. If he has consummated the marriage with her, then she is entitled to the meher because of the intimacy that he has had with her. If there is a dispute, then the ruler is the guardian of the one who has no guardian. Narrated by Ahmad, 24417, Abu Dawood, 2083, and Al-Tirmidhi, 1102. Classed by Sahih al-Albani in Sahih al-Jami, number 2709. So we have drawn attention to this because it may be thought that if a young man gets to know a young woman over the internet and she accepts him, this is regarded as a marriage. Did you guys hear that? If you like a girl and the girl likes you, and she accepts marrying you, that's considered a marriage. So guys and sisters, brothers and sisters, Look, myself, I was arranged, alhamdulillah, so I didn't go through this. But like I said, there are new ways to meet people. We've been going on for a while with Muslim websites that are matching people together. And as we see now here, that this is haram. Because once you guys accept each other, as it says, you guys are considered married. So where's the wali? Where's the witnesses? And of course, as you've seen in the beginning, it's talked about the description of a woman, seeing a woman before you get married. Um, this is not the correct way of getting married in Islam. Now, I want to show you guys something that you guys are going to really trip out about. So there's a website called MUZMATCH.com. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Many people have. And let me show you my screen here. So this is MUZMATCH.com, guys. Are you able to see it? Type of one if you guys can see it. Type of two if we can. So we go on Muslim.com, it says, trusted by Muslims worldwide. It has all this information about Muslims. It has pictures of Muslims, and Fahd and his wife, Liz, Asma, da da da. Now let's go all the way to the bottom here. So who do you think owns Muslim.com? Can anybody tell me who owns Muslim.com? So let's go to the bottom of this and see. So Muslim.com is owned by Cupid Media. So who is Cupid Media? Let's go to visit the company here, About Us. So About Us. So it's a dating company established in 2000, right? But what I want to know is they have other sites. So what other sites do they have? Let's look. So they have Asian dating, BBW Cupid, Black Cupid, Brazil Cupid, Caribbean Chinese, Christian, Colombian. Now here's where it becomes crazy now. Gay Cupid. See that, right? GayCupid.com. So you have all these different dating websites that are run by Cupid Media. So this Muslim website that you guys are going to, Islamic, thinking that you meet Muslim women, is owned by a company that owns not only Christian Cupid, but it also owns Gay Cupid. So homosexuality is one of their websites. So we definitely need to look on where we're getting our information, where we're supporting our money to, or giving our money to, where we're getting our, or where we're actually giving our information to as well. Remember, you guys are taking your information as well at the same time. So, MUZMATCH. So MUZMATCH, as you see right here, it's a lot free and fun, but what are you actually doing on MUZMATCH? How does it work? You see people's pictures. Look at that. See people's pictures. That's one thing that we spoke about earlier. They should not show pictures of the woman because looking at the woman, one is proposing is only allowed for a suitor once he has resolved to marry her. So this is before you get married, you guys are looking at pictures here. Like that, you're going through descriptions too. Who they are, what they like to do, describing themselves, what age they are, what size they are, do they wear a hijab, personal stuff. Free video calling, huh? So there's another thing. Leaving them alone, it causes zina, right? Chatting. So this is what marriage has come to, or dating. Look at this. Going out to dinner by themselves, taking pictures and selfies by themselves. Is this the Islamic way? Mashallah, some of them got married and so that, but again, are they getting married and following the deen? Now, there's a famous app called Tinder, and Tinder is very well known for its. A lot of people meet there just to have zina. So someone called Minder comes up. It's for Muslims. So you took the T out, put the M in there. That's pretty smart, right? So you always think about Tinder when you see Minder. And Tinder is very negative, right? But as you can see here, same thing. Got a picture with a name on it. Chats. When I saw Hassan first time, I knew it. So there's no, they both swipe right on Minder. The question I have is that how many other people are these people talking to other than that person? Remember, you guys are first dating, you guys are not serious in the beginning, right? So this person could be talking to 5, 6 guys. This guy could be talking about 6, 7 girls. So is that okay? And of course, there's dating involved, right? Meeting each other and going out to eat and drink. And what happens when there's no wali there or a person sponsored chaperone you? So, guys, I know I might have bursted some people's bubbles or yeah, it's not halal, man. Because look, as I showed you, one of them, MUZMATCH is owned by Cupid, who actually owns a gay dating site as well, and a Christian dating site. So they own all these websites, and what they do is they put a database together. So anyone that comes up Muslim in any of the websites, any like the gay websites, the Christian websites, the Singapore websites, if they come up with Muslim as their religion, it'll automatically transfer them over to Muslim.com. What's up, Bernard? How you doing, brother? So think about that, guys. Like you're going on a website like MUZMATCH, you're swiping, but how many other guys are also swiping and communicating with that same sister that you are? Think about that, first of all. They've seen her face already. They've seen her description already. Even looking at the description, you visualize the person. There's no wali. And again, remember what it says in here, and it's backed by Albani, that says, if you agree to get married and there's no wali in there, right? If you agree on the internet that you guys want to get married, that is called and considered a marriage right away. Because you both said yes. That's dangerous, guys. That's very dangerous. Remember this. If you guys don't know this, and you guys say yes, I'm going to marry you, or she says yes, I want to marry you, we'll be married. Without even talking to your parents, bro. Bro, I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of brothers, man. I've seen a lot of brothers in front of me, and I've seen a lot of brothers online on these Muslim match things and MUZMATCH and Minder, and bro, they're addicted. Their fingers are they're getting carpal tunnel, man. Their fingers are getting numb, just swiping. And what's happening is that they're finding people that are con artists, trying to take money. They're finding girls that come out to be somebody they're not. They find girls that do zina, and they're okay with doing zina. And when you meet them, they're ready to do zina with you. No, bro. Go back to the way that they do it, and that is getting your family involved, getting your local masjid involved, and find you a nice, suitable wife the old-fashioned way. Yeah, but see, remember the number one thing. So let me read it again to you guys, right? There's guidelines. There's guidelines, guys. There's guidelines. Remember, these are guidelines. The first guideline, they should not show pictures of the woman because looking at the woman to whom one is proposing is only allowed for the suitor once he has resolved to marry her. So once you have resolved to marry her is when you can see her picture. And it's not permissible for anyone else to look at her. Meaning that if you're talking to her on MUZMATCH, other people are swiping too, they're looking at her too. So while you're talking to the sister, there's 10,000 other brothers looking at the same picture. One day you're walking down the street and one of the brothers is like, yo man, I remember that girl from MUZMATCH. What are you gonna say when you're holding your wife's hand and saying that, oh my god, why are these guys staring at you? Oh, I talked to him once. I talked to him before. I was talking to him earlier and then it didn't work out. Da 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 da. That's embarrassing, bro. Wouldn't that be embarrassing that you walk into a city and everybody knows her because she probably was interested in half those guys until she met you. And you're the only one that were sucker enough to say yes. So guys, number 2, the website should not give you details. It shouldn't give you any details of the woman, how she looks, describing her, because then you can imagine how she looks. YNW, bro, you don't know what dating app is like MUZMATCH, Minder, like Tinder. You feel me? I'm gonna send you guys a link to the meets, but I'm just going over this again. These guidelines, guys. So it should not give you any description. Thirdly, number 3 on the guidelines, you should not have any correspondence between the two sexes because of the evils that will result from that, including participation of mischief makers, both male and female, whose intention is to do evil or have fun. Zina. And guys, come on. Let's not play innocent here. I'm sure you guys talked to sisters before when you were younger and that you really liked. And one conversation leads to another conversation, and then you had some conversation that you guys should not be having. It happens. I mean, it's not something that you control. It just happens, right? Because a male and female by themselves alone, it'll end up somewhere where there's an attraction or something that you guys might end up talking about that you guys shouldn't be talking about. And these type of apps and websites do that. Okay, Weird Stuff says he's been on one, so he knows what I'm talking about. Look, I've seen brothers talking to me about what they've done with these sisters on these MUZMATCH websites, and what I heard, I was like, wallahi, I was like, you know what? This is totally zina what you guys are doing, and I can't believe the sisters are doing this with you guys, and they want to get married. And when you guys accept that you guys want to marry each other online, that right there is considered marriage right away. Forget about the nikah part, guys. You know, with your family being there. You say, hey man, I want to marry you, and hey, I want to marry you. Let's do it. And you guys agree. That's considered a marriage. Saudi, let me see what you're saying here. 1 second, brother. Salam, everyone. Listen at you. Yeah, definitely. Nas, contact brother Saudi, man. He's a very good listener, but he gives great advice. So listen to him, and inshallah, he'll give you some good nasiya, inshallah. Okay, so Weird Stuff was on MUZMATCH. Yep, the scammers, yep, on stuff like that. You're right. Sometimes there are guys on there acting like women. And like I said, let me show you guys this again. Now, Muslimah.com, as I was saying earlier, is a pretty big website for many. It's been around for a while. Here's Muslimah.com. Now, when you look at Muslimah.com, you can see view singles now. You see the matrimonial testimonials, just that. But let's go and look on the bottom who owns it. Qubit Media. And what are their other sites, guys? What are their other sites? Guess. They got Christian, Qubit. But look at right here. What is this right here? What is this right here? This is a Muslim.com website, but the owners own this one as well. What is that? Can somebody tell me what that is? Tell me what that website is right there, guys. What are they also promoting right there? The only way to have a Muslim matchmaking service is a one that follows the guidelines that I've just told you. That means no pictures, no description, the wali's involved. Back in the days, they used to have aunts and uncles posting for their daughters and their sons the matrimonials. And not only that, They will never be in contact with each other. Someone, an administrator or someone that was a mediator, would contact you for that person. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be you contacting that person. It should be somebody that's mediating for you or on your behalf, contacting the other side and say, look, this person is interested in marrying. So look at this. Look what they own. Sorry, you know what? I didn't show you what they own. Look at what else they own. This is another website they own right there. What does that say right there, guys? Can somebody read that and tell me what this one on top and this one right here says? This is Muslima.com's owners. Muslima.com's owners. What else do they own? Tell me. Look at it right now and tell me what you see. Yeah, Brother Salahuddin, that's why you got brothers like me, you know what I'm saying? The brothers in the UK that can help you find a sister. So, inshallah, if you're looking, that will definitely help you find a sister. And go to our community masjids and ask them to see if there's anyone there who's interested in marrying. So, there's always routes, there's always ways to do it, especially if you're in an area where you can't. You see, guys, this is Muslim.com. So now you have to think about whenever you go onto these sites, who the owners of these sites are, first of all. Because these owners of the websites might not be Muslim. They might not even be Muslim. Because remember, you pay for the subscription, right? $9.95, $10.95, $100. You're paying for this. You're paying for this, right? And what they're doing to you is they're making money off you. And these Muslim women and men might be from those other sites that they own. They might be from that gay website. They might be from that Christian website. There might be Muslims that are on all these other websites, and they bring it into their database to give you all these sisters and brothers. But they might not even be looking for a Muslim. So you're pretty much rolling the dice, trying to find somebody. So guys, I'm just trying to look out for you brothers because my brothers, I'm loyal to my brothers. I look out for my brothers. I just want the best for my brothers and my sisters. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you guys falling into this trap of zina and falsehood that you guys can get married in this. And you know what happens that when you get into these websites and software or apps, you get addicted to them. When you even know that you're not going to marry anybody from this website, it's just passing time, and you're talking to these females. You're talking to this female, you're talking to that female, you're talking to this female, you're talking to this female. You get addicted to it. Just like hangouts, just like online shit. You get addicted to it where it's not about you getting married anymore. You're just enjoying having to talk with a girl and maybe commit zina, and you don't even know about it because you're so into it that the marriage doesn't matter anymore to you guys. It's who can I find next to talk to? Okay, I'm gonna drop her out. I'm gonna transfer her to somebody else. I'm gonna give this girl to someone else. Like you guys are trading cards or something, or trading money or something, or stocks. Like I'll give you this for this. I'll send this girl over to you because I don't like her because she's like this and this like that. Right? It's like you guys are trading shady assets that you guys don't own. It's sad, man, but you know that it is what it is. Right? It is what it is. I just want you all to be aware of this because of the fact that, like I said, I'm looking out for my brothers and sisters. These apps and these websites have been around for a long time. Look, I've been married 14 years. I didn't even know about MUZMATCH or Minder. And remember, Minder sounds like Tinder. But Muslims gonna name their app Minder when you know Tinder is one of those apps that people know about that is only for zina. That's all it's for, zina. They're looking for um, a booty call. That's what you used to call them back in the day, booty call, right? They're looking for a one night stand on that. So you called your Muslim app Minder. That doesn't help. So the brother going there thinking something else. They're like, oh, snaps, Minder. It's a Tinder for Muslims. Let me go holler at some girls. Look at Weirso. Weirso's giving you some crazy. You know what? Let me stop sharing and share you the panel. Sorry about that, guys. I'm all into the conversation here, but it's something that we need to talk about because look, bro, we're living in an age right now where everyone's trying to get married, right? Old, young. Some people are looking for second marriages, and so we need to know what we're getting ourselves into. And nowadays, the younger men, they're getting more religious, alhamdulillah, to deen, that they're more eager to want to get married. They're so eager to get married at a young age that they're not thinking. They don't care where this girl comes from. They just want to get married. And a woman can tell you, and a man, just like a man, a woman can tell you whatever you want to hear online to bring her over. If she's in a country where there's poverty and oppression or whatever, she just wants to come to America or the UK or somewhere. She'll say whatever you want to hear her say. And sometimes they'll be like, hey, you know what? I need money. My family's poor. I need money to pay my rent. Tell you guys, man, you guys gotta get with the program, man. And so I'm watching what y'all doing. Ain't no joke, guys. Ain't no joke. Don't waste your time. Look, you want to get married, don't waste your time. Like I said, I know a brother here. There's two brothers, close family friends of mine. And I was teaching one of the brothers how to start a business online. So I used to put like 2-3 hours on the side in the mornings, early in the mornings. He would walk to my house because he would live right down the block. I knew him from the masjid. He came down from Ohio, and he had a bad breakup with some girl or whatever that he met at MUZMATCH, from all places. Anyways, he comes here, he's all depressed, and he needed a place to work and stuff like that. Hey, Islam alaikum. Islam alaikum.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, Nas. Give me 1 second.
Assalamu alaikum.
1 second, Nas. 1 second.
The sound is bad. Look, let me jump out and jump back in.
All right. So anyway, he would come over my house every day, right? And I wasn't thinking anything of it because, like I said, I don't know about these apps. This was like about 3 years ago. And, he would always be on his phone, right? And I was like, man, what is he doing on his phone all the time when I'm teaching him something? And then he would look at me like, he was all excited on the phone, but he was not paying attention, right? And I'm like, bro, put this time into this to show you something that I don't really show a lot of people. And you're not interested. He's like, oh, my bad. I'm like, what are you doing on the phone? So I look, this guy's on MUZMATCH. And this guy just explained to me everything that happens in MUZMATCH. The real deal. You know what I'm saying, right? The real deal of what happens on MUZMATCH. And he was telling me some crazy stories about what he's done. Look at Brother Birdnest. SubhanAllah, man. Look, he's bringing out the Dalil right there. Not to gaze at her. You see that? Not to gaze at her. So when a brother comes to you and says, "Yo, I'm about the dean," and I pick my own wife, you'd be like, "Yo, if you were the dean, why'd you look at her?" Right? How you get a love marriage, man, when you're about the dean, man? When I was a kid, some brothers that were leading this organization, Islamic organization, they used to always tell us, keep our gaze down. And one day, one of them said, "Yeah, I had a love marriage." So I looked at him. I was like, "Look, how does love marriage happen? Don't you have to see the woman when you have love marriages?" She's like, "Yes." So I was like, "How come you didn't gaze down yourself? You're telling us to gaze down, but you don't gaze down." He didn't have nothing to say because he was contradicting himself, and that's hypocrisy right there. You know what I'm saying? That's being a hypocrite. So look, man, if you want to follow the dean correctly, then follow the dean correctly, and if you want to give lectures to people, then get married correctly as well. That's fine, but are they um are they following the dean though? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, look. Sometimes you can fall in love with a student that you went to school with, right? I mean, because you're student colleagues go to the same school, you like each other. You tell your parents, "Hey, you know what? I want to get married to her because I know her from school, and we're in the same organization, but some organizations together, and this and that, right?" So those things can happen, right? Let me read the whole hadith for brother. Actually, one second. Let me do this first. One second, guys. I don't want to mess this up.
Yo, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yo, Jafar, it's Aladdin. Can you hear me?
All right, is that better, guys? You guys hear me? Are you guys able to hear me now? So, guys, so like I said, the reason why I brought the topic up is because the brothers and sisters and Muslims around the world need to know and be careful what they're doing and if it's permissible or not. Because they say on these apps that we're doing it halal way. But as we see,
Yo, Jafar.
hey, that's wrong.
Yo, walaikum assalam. I don't think your sound was on the YouTube. I think it might be on now.
What was it?
I was just saying, your sound wasn't on the YouTube. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if it
yeah,
is now.
I switched over to my phone.
Oh, see.
So
So what are you saying, bro, man?
bro,
This,
what I'm
this,
saying
this
is
dating apps, these dating apps.
I'm
Like,
ruining people's today I'm gonna be ruining a lot of people's nights. They're not gonna have great dreams tonight. After uh, I'm installing those apps and not talking to the sisters anymore. Right? But no man, I'm sorry. I'm the one that I must be you know we call it the C blocking. You know what I'm trying to say, right? But I'm not trying to hit on brothers, but I gotta let you know what's up.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I agree with that. There's a lot of these apps here that they start off. You know, these apps. I think the terms and conditions are for a mahram to communicate through the app. Do you know what I mean? I think the terms and conditions are for a mahram to communicate through the app. But then, um, I believe Western culture takes over. So a daughter would say, "No, let me go through the app. Let me talk to you. Let me go see who I want to talk to on the thing." And I think that comes from a westernized culture, man, innit? Because when the apps are set up, I think the apps are set up through an Islamic perspective, innit? Do you know what I
Yeah, the
mean?
older apps are like that, but now you don't have that, right? Now you have the actual person trying to look for them. Themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I believe that westernized culture. I don't know. I'm saying westernized culture, non-Islamic culture, whether it's west, east, north, or south. Non-Islamic culture takes over, and a lot of families, because they don't want to upset their daughters or their sons, they tend to say, "Yeah, you go ahead and find who you want." But I don't think that's the Islamic teaching, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So when these apps are set up and they're set up through Islamic traditions, I don't think they're expecting things like this to happen. Do you know what I mean? So I agree what you're saying about these apps can be dangerous, but these apps also can be beneficial for brothers like who Salahuddin mentioned, like they don't have a big Muslim community around them, innit? Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, look, like I said, some brothers are there looking for actual wives, right? I'm not saying that. I think most brothers are, right? I think some brothers are not. But the thing still goes shows that even if they are doing it for Islamic reasons and their intentions are clean intentions, the guidelines are still there. And the guidelines are that you're not supposed to see a woman's face or sister's face before you get married. The guidelines are you're not supposed to share a description of the female or sister, because that way you can imagine. So there's guidelines that are still being broken that are Islamic, that are un-Islamic. Now
Mm.
I can say, okay, you know what, you're right. MUZMATCH doesn't have any pictures; it has cartoon characters as pictures. Let's say,
So
for example.
yo, where's stuff is saying on MUZMATCH you don't need a mahram.
Yeah, you don't need a man. I mean, bro, you can talk to the sister, and the sister agrees and says, "Yeah, you're married." That's actually called a marriage. That's considered marriage right away. That's how dangerous it is.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
No, that's dangerous, right?
Then
And
it
if
is
you don't
haram. Yeah,
believe, that's
that's definitely
un-Islamic. You don't
haram.
have to believe.
That's definitely haram. When Prophet saying on MUZMATCH you don't need a mahram, then it falls under haram, innit? But then what do you say when people? I'm just saying this and just to be controversial, innit? But what would you say when people say, "Oh, do you know what? Yeah, I've been out, I've been meeting people, I've been trying to speak to people, but I found a decent person on a Muslim app."
Yeah, it's fine, but see, the thing is that are you talking to a person that's looking for a sister that's Deen related, or are you looking for a sister that
Yeah,
like the
what,
same
but
things
what,
you
what,
like,
what,
enjoy some
what if in
movies,
defense?
some dancing? Was
But
that?
what if in defense? In defense, yeah. What if in defense they said, "Oh, I'd rather be talking to a sister on the app than speaking to girls on the street."
Well, both of them are wrong, right? You're still looking at them, right? You're still gazing up towards them. You're talking to a stranger that is without somebody being chaperoned next with you or watching over you. Now, let me ask you a question, right? You meet a girl in real life, or you meet a girl online. It's just you and her talking.
Bro, listen, I'm different in it. See, someone like me, I wouldn't try to marry someone that I've met online in it. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
but I'm giving you an example, though,
But
right?
someone
So,
like Salahuddin, let's not mention names, but someone like who's not in a Muslim community
right,
and hasn't got as much avenues as us. Do you know what I mean? We've got a
right.
big Muslim community. We can speak to someone who knows someone who's Muslim and who knows someone who wants to get
Yeah,
married and
but
blah
that's
blah
why
blah. But with
Allah
someone
has
who's in a
given us,
small, tight knit community that is majority non-Muslim,
right.
like what do they do? Like turning to these apps, does it become haram for them?
That's why Allah has given us. Well, with that, I'm not. I still say the same thing. The guidelines, and I'm sure he can find different ways. Like from the masjid that he's at, that masjid can contact another masjid and I'm sure Muslims contact each other. They have ways to contact each other. Imams might come through, so that. But the other thing is that remember, we're allowed to marry non-Muslims as well. The Islams are by the book. Right? Christian.
Yo, I like this comment. I gotta read this comment out. Then he has to be patient. He's not looking hard enough. That's what I'm saying, innit? That I kind of agree with what you're saying, innit? Muslim dating apps. I don't agree with dating apps. When it's a Muslim marriage app, it can sound intriguing, sound interesting, sound like the right way. But as you said, it can fall into okay. The first interactions are through mahram. After that, it's individually, and when it comes individually, I agree with you that it's wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Not only that, bro, but look, what are you guys? What are your decisions going to talk about eventually when you guys talking alone? Because look, hormones happen, right? We both have hormones. Men have hormones. Women have hormones. One conversation leads to another, and then something happens where you guys start talking about things that you guys talk about, right? And that does happen, right? And that's what Allah says, right? That men and women, shouldn't be alone with each other. They're not married, right? Because zina can happen, right? So this online too. Online is much more easier, right? You can have conversations and it can get flirtatious. Then you have
Someone can even pretend to be a mahram.
exactly.
Someone can pretend to be a mahram and say, "Yo, yeah, this
Yeah,
is the
catfish,
mahram
bro.
talking, blah
It
blah
can be a
blah," but
catfish.
it can actually
Catfish.
be the girl or the man.
Yeah, it could be a catfish, bro. Like there's so many people that get conned with money. Send me this money. Send me my father's sick. Send me this money. I'm not coming to marry you. And I
Just
need money
just
for
to just to establish for the chat and people listening, um, men without a mahram can't approach women either, can they?
no.
Yeah, but there's this misconception that men can approach any woman with someone else because they have a mahram there. Like, what's the understanding on that? Like, imagine I went into the app and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna talk to this person who says they've got a mahram there. Then afterwards, I know she hasn't got a mahram, and I'm talking to her. That's still haram, no?
That is wrong, man. Yeah, definitely.
That's why these apps are dangerous, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. And at the end of the day, these apps are making money, and they're taking your data, selling your data to other people. This is what it is, right? So the bottom line is just the monetization where you guys are making money off Muslims. Remember how we always talk about like these YouTubers making money off of Islam? Well, these guys are making money off Muslims as well by using them to. But look, man, the age has
So
changed.
what are you saying? What are you saying? Are you saying it's haram to take money of people to set up marriages?
No, I'm talking about doing the haram way. Yeah, of course. When you're telling somebody you're doing the halal and it's not halal, and you're actually having them condone zina or giving them a way to do zina, then how's that halal, bro? How's that halal money?
Yeah, but again, just to be controversial, what if the app owners expect these people who are registering to speak through mahram?
No,
And
come on. So if
they're
that
not
was the
monitoring
case,
like that. Do you know what I
if
mean?
that was the
So
case,
now the
if
app is
that
getting a bad look. The app is now getting a
if
bad
that
look
was the
because
case,
of individual acts.
wait, let me finish. If that was the case, right? If that was the case, do not be calling your app Minder when there's one called Tinder. You not have one, and you not have the same type of features as Tinder has, where you're swiping and liking and talking to people and chatting with people and giving them options. Why you give those options? If you were going to do it Islamically is what, like, let's say for example, um, you give them your background and everything. They give their background. You tell them what you like. You tell them what
Mm-mm.
you like. And you have an administrator that owns a website who looks at these, and then he contacts these persons privately. He contacts you. He contacts her. Says, "Look, I found you a match."
Mm.
And talks to the parents, right? Hey, I found you guys a match for the sister who's looking for this type of brother, and this brother looking like this type of sister. And there's no pictures being exchanged until both of them agree that, yeah, you know what, I'm interested. And that's when the talks start happening. You get what I'm trying to say, right? That's in
Yeah,
Islam. So if you have an app like that, that's different. But if you have
yeah.
an app like
Weird stuff account made a very valid point earlier. He said that a lot of these Muslim apps it shows a lot of girls without hijab on, innit? Like
exactly, bro.
their
Well, look,
profile pictures without hijab on and
I'll
stuff
tell you
like
what
that.
now, bro. The Muslims over here in the U.S., right? They have lawyers, doctors, professional sisters, and what they're looking for are professional brothers. And they don't see a professional brother, they swipe across them. But these sisters will like, bro. The dude was telling me, the one that lives close to me, where I was teaching him how to, how to build.
Need to remember the relationship between our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam
So,
and Khadija. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. But look, bro, this person was telling me that the half the sisters he's met on this chat, he slept with. I'm gonna say this right now on this. He slept with them the first and second date.
So good,
So,
bro.
so we have sisters like this on this Muslim match, and brothers like this on the Muslim match. Is this a halal or is this not halal?
No, that's when it's haram, bro, isn't it? It's haram. It's blatantly haram when someone's deceiving their own family and saying, "Do you know what? Just to look good in front of you, I'm saying I'm gonna go to a Muslim dating app." But what I'm trying to say is, just to be controversial, is that the app to be blamed? Because the app has got clear
Definitely.
guidelines at the start, and
I
so
think I
not.
think I think an app should be blamed when they see these things happening. Because look, they have filters, right? Like for example, Facebook. Facebook has a filter. Google has a filter where they block out a lot of things like email addresses. You can't put email addresses in. You can't put phone numbers in. They have all these filters, and they can monitor these people and hire people to monitor their databases on seeing what they're talking about, what they're saying about. Because privacy policies are intact, terms and conditions are intact, and these people that use these apps, they agree to the privacy policies and terms and conditions, where the owner of the site can sell their database, their datas. They can look into their data and see what they're talking about, and cancel the accounts if they want to. So if these brothers and sisters that own this website or app are seeing this, and it's already well known that how dangerous it is what they're doing right now, sitting on some of that, then they're of course they're responsible. Then just like the people that are doing it,
Yeah, I
they're
hear
both
you, I hear you.
responsible.
But just to be controversial again, yeah, wouldn't you say to people that they should rather go to these Muslim apps than something like Tinder or Facebook and
No,
Instagram?
I would say that don't go to any apps and go to your local masjid or go to your parents or go to your friend that's married. That hey, your wife has a sister that's not married.
This is what I'm saying, man. Alhamdulillah for Islam, man. Because Islam teaches us this. If we actually followed Islam from the core, I don't think we need to go to Muslim apps. We wouldn't
No,
need
but I
to
mean
go
you
to
have
an
so
app.
many different
We
avenues
wouldn't
though.
need to go to an app to find a partner in it.
Yeah, you have so many different avenues. Look, I got married, right? I got raised. Now my boy who's not married, you could say, hey man, does she have a friend or a sister that's not married that's looking to get married? And I can tell my wife, hey, you know what, my boy's looking to get married to somebody, and she already knows him because she knows him through me. She says, yeah, I know a perfect person that's right for me. Boom, you know what I'm saying? You got set up. Or you go to masjids, masjids always have matrimonial side to it, where sisters are trying to get married, or converts are trying to get married, or widows are trying to get married again, this and that. You go that avenue, or you go through other avenues. There's always avenues. There's always conventions, Islamic conventions, for example. Every year you have an Islamic convention that comes through. They always have a matrimonial side to it, where they have a matrimonial expo, where sisters and brothers come in and I give them their information, and they have a matrimonial type of session. So you got all these different avenues, bro. I mean, using an app it's just a excuse, and it's addiction. Once you get addicted to it, that's a whole different level now. Because once you start getting addicted, you're flirting, you're enjoying having a conversation because it's passing by time at night before you go to sleep. You're talking to some girl, and she's saying, I miss you, this and that. You get uncomfortable. It's addictive. And what happens at the end? You guys might not work out, and she's talking to somebody else. Especially when you're emotionally attached to her, and she's like, it's not gonna work out, but you're emotionally attached to her now. So the emotional attachment, like men have emotional attachment sometimes with women, and vice versa. And when that emotional attachment happens, what happens, bro? When she says, you know what, I'm not interested, this and that, start talking to a guy, you're there seeing her crying because your heart is broken, and you don't trust women no more, this and that, and you have different feelings about women, and this and this. And you've never met this woman in your life. Pain so bad that changing perspective on women.
But you're fucking hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my network's pretty bad, man. If I
Excuse
can,
me.
I'll jump back in the morning. But yeah, that's I gotta agree with that. Islam was based before these apps were invented, innit? And Islam done
Exactly, bro.
good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about personal experiences, but the relationship between my mother and father, it showed a fruitful relationship through Islam, innit?
That's all you gotta look at, bro. Look at your family, look at your parents. Are they married? Are they happy? How do they live? Then you see the answer. You be like, okay, you know what? My parents have been through this. My great grandparents been through this. Da da da. So how come I can't do
What
it?
would you say if some guy came on the internet and said, "Nah, do you know what? Yeah, Muslim dating apps are better than just going and talking on road to people and stuff like that." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you would have to ask them like, are you looking at this for? Are you looking at this because you look for a Muslim sister because you're Muslim, or are you looking at this towards
But
the deen?
what's the message? Is the message go through the app and the messages to the app providers that they should run the app Islamically, or is your message don't go to the apps?
I say just don't go to the app, and if you do go to the app, use it wisely. But just remember this: that the three guidelines are there. And if it meets those three guidelines, then you shouldn't be going to the app in the first place.
Yeah, but the reason I asked that question is because I know certain Muslim brothers who got married through the apps and that, yeah, that are way more happier than people who have married through their own choice
I
and
understand it, but you have to ask yourself this, right? Was it the Islamic way or wasn't it the Islamic way? And plus, you have to ask yourself this: is the wife 100% found the deen, or did she go out? I mean, what kind of lifestyle they live? Also, like I mean, you have to look at different factors, right? Because look, the people that are gonna go on there, let's say inshallah they do get married off that. That's great if they get married off that. But how many women before that did you talk to? How many men did she talk to before being your friend? Was that considered zina at all? Or was that like let's say you walk down the street and there's two guys standing there and you're like, damn, talk to her on MUZMATCH. You're married to her and like, man, we had deep conversations with each other. Remember me? So you sitting there awkwardly saying, damn, what the hell's going on here? How are you gonna feel when that sister or your wife is talking to some guy just randomly comes up and says, uh, hey, Drake, remember we used to talk on MUZMATCH. And you're standing there and like, hey, how you doing? And then she's like, oh, this is my husband. It's kind of awkward, isn't it? What did you guys say on the chat about Muslim dating sites? I need some internet scholars. Yeah, they're on the back chat right now. I don't think they want to come on me because they're late. I told them before I left the back chat, so I was like, I might roll some brothers nights tonight. Don't hate me. Like I said, guys, brothers and sisters that watch this later or watch this tonight, um, you guys can take the link I showed you the conversation with me and Nas had, as well as the other brothers on the chat. Or you guys can do what you guys want and go on these smash apps, snaps, and some of that. But remember this: I read from Albani, I read Hadiths, I read the guidelines, and they all say no. Yeah, it's haram. So, so the question is that um, how do you want to do it? Right? How do you want to find your wife or your husband? And if you're okay with it, then more power to you. But just remember that you're not doing it correctly. And a lot of these websites give you false information, say Islamic way, this is Islamic way. Um, but look, man, look, I've been burned by more Muslims than anything. Right? At the end of the day, I'm not saying that people's characters are bad or any intentions or people's intentions, but a lot of people have different intentions and um, different goals. Why you made an app or this and that or whatever. Why you sell your house without any insurance and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, just be careful, man. Look into it before you do anything. Um, be true to the person that you're talking to. Ask them too, like, how many guys are you talking to, man? It doesn't hurt to ask them. Like, are you talking to anybody else? And they'll tell you too. Yeah, I'm talking to 3 other brothers. You're like, oh, okay. Or you'll be like, okay, I'm not interested. Look. Mm. You guys see Burness sharing William 1959. So as you see here, some brothers have used those match like the brother Weird Stuff has used it, and he said that it's the worst thing he's ever done. That's coming from a person that's used it. So, and I've seen brothers trading like cards. Like I said before, like trading like stock. Hey, you know what? I'm not interested in this girl. You can have her. I'm not interested. You can have her. Is that how we? Is that how we do things? Is that how you want your future wife to be talked about by other men? Hey, you know what? I didn't like her. You can have her. Or yeah, I dropped her because this and that. So anyways, guys, I know it's getting a little late. I don't know what time Fudger is over there, but guys, reflect on this. I apologize to anybody if I offended anyone, ruined their nights, um, ruined your pillow talks with the other significant other from that chat or the apps. Didn't mean to, but bro, I had to come out with it because I'm just trying to look out for you guys and in the afterlife and try to give you guys some delil and help you just trying to find a wife that's suitable for you guys, but is Islamic, the Islamic way, and um, and hopefully you guys are living happily ever after, inshallah, and your kids are pious Muslims, you know. So the only way to do that is you do it the halal way, and Allah will give you the barakah for your marriage as well as other things. So like I said, you guys can look into it yourselves. Check out different topics or scholars what they say, especially the um, scholars of this generation, because that's when these apps have been made, and they'll tell you you go with that or you don't have to go with that. So anyways, anybody else want to join? Let me know on the panel. If not, um, Nas, you there, bro? All right. And you guys go ahead and share this channel with other people. Like the channel, subscribe to it, comment on it if you want to. Keep it clean. Hope you guys like the new name. It's called Uma Matters. Try to keep it real with the Dalil, you know. Hey, Bernas, what time is it over there in the UK right now? So, anyways, guys, just want to say assalamu alaikum to everyone. Thank you for watching. Um, all right, guys, so assalamu alaikum, everyone. And we'll talk on that next time, inshallah, with a better topic, a newer topic. Um, so, assalamu alaikum.